Hello and welcome to Spare Thoughts, the podcast with lively discussion, vigorous debate, and the big questions you can't ignore. There's been a huge rise in artificial intelligence recently that has led to people now claiming that artificial intelligence is the way forward with art, and that in fact AI can push the boundaries of what we ever even considered to be art. Joe, what do you think about that?
Historically speaking, art is something that came before language, and for humans, it started off as something really that was used as a sort of communication between people.
Hi Jay, thanks. I do think we are in a slight cultural slump. Throughout history, there are always sort of ebbs and flows in cultural innovation and new music coming out. For example, the Renaissance period in the 13th century.
I think COVID especially has forced us to re-examine whether the current systems in place today are failing and if they're suitable for the future. With this in mind, I wanted to ask you guys, which healthcare system is better, the US's or the UK? What do you guys think?
That is more inefficient because you're using more time, more resources, which means more spending by the government, just for you to go to a doctor who can tell you what the second doctor is going to tell you.
They need to think about what they're doing and think, will I get injured? And then how is that going to affect the NHS? How's that going to affect everybody else in the country?
So guys, the topic for today is universal basic income. Some think this idea of paying everyone a set sum of money, regardless of income, might just be the solution to supporting those with financial insecurity.
I think currently, our society is yearning for something just like universal basic income. I think gone are the days of trickle-down economics where you can say, oh, making the rich rich.
That's one way of looking at it, but with UBI, it's sort of a basic income that people can always fall back on.
That brings us to the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please spread the word and tune back in for the next installment of the series. And remember to spare a thought for spare thoughts.